So 2 down. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole.
Here's a hitter who's been strong in the clutch lately. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
And that misses. And that's ball 1. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1-1.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. Suzuki leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That pitch in for a strike, and now 2-2.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, he had a broken bat.
Nabs it, and that is that. 1 left for the Cubs. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 2nd, and here is Hoskins. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Cortez back to work. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. It's his 6th home run of the season. It's 2-2. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Cutter inside can be a backbreaker. You have to catch it out front to get the barrel to it. Does a really good job recognizing it early, getting the bat head to it, and hitting it out of the ballpark.
1 out and a runner at 2nd. Cut on and lifted in the air. Perkins sizes this one up, and he makes the catch. 2 down. 1 down. Next for Milwaukee, Jackson Chourio. That's to 3rd. Slings to 1st in time.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Fouled off to the right.
You know, these Cubs, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
The pitch. And that one hammered way back there. Into the bullpen and gone. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game, and they tack one on the board. It's 7-2.
A fastball might be the most satisfying pitch to hit a home run, and he did it with a pitch outside the zone. Impressive. Get as many high fives as possible, man. This guy's a ball of energy right now and having the game of his life.
Now the 3rd baseman. Really interesting to see him continuing his career as a 2-way player at the major league level. Definitely always a topic of conversation around the game.
Because it's so rare in baseball history, it gets people excited. He's a great athlete to be able to do this kind of thing.
swing and a pop-up. Durant makes the catch, and that is that. And a couple, but they're still on top 7-2. Number 13 had a great showing in the win. Cracked a pair of homers.
Well, Boog, can't say enough about what he did.
It's the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers. First pitch coming your way next. One down, and here's the DH for the Cubs. Blasted 2 home runs in last night's game. Pitch misses. 1-0. Rodon, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter. Over to first, and there's 2 down.
That is it.
1 out, base is empty. It's off his shoulder, eats him up.
He was all over that one. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy. Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Yeah, that drops in for a strike.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swing
fires over to Hoskins. That ends the frame. 1 gone, runner at first. Now it's the DH. 1 for 3. And that's outside. That 2 of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. That one is absolutely belted. Back there. And that one is out of here. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 3-2. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Number 13 had a sensational showing in the win.
Such a tremendous effort at the dish. Not every game is going to be like this one, so you need to enjoy it when it's happening.
Coming up on the first pitch, and our pitcher tonight, number 13.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Ready to go now, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Michael Ciani. That's in for a strike at 95, and we're underway. And a foul ball. And he chases that one. And a quick out, number 1.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Brendan Donovan in the box now. No balls and a strike. On the ground to the left. Throws to first. Out. 2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it's Alex Bregman. He's a former All-Star Game MVP, Singy. Climbed the ladder with that fastball. 0-1. 2 outs, base is empty. Next offering is in for a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Got it. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. We head to the bottom of the first. No score after. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Now it's the rookie first baseman, Les Clements.
A lot of folks believed he could make an early impact this year, and that's exactly what he's done. Lots of extra base hits, and his confidence seems to be growing with every game he plays.
Clemens turning some heads with this recent stretch of impressive play.
1-1-1.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Swanson fires over to first. One up, one down. And now it's Ivan Herrera entering this one second in the National League in hitting.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
One out, bases empty. Line drive, and that's base hit out into left center field.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Pedro Pajes at the plate now. That's ball one. Fought off foul. Pajes launched a homer in his most recent game. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1-2.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Mason Wynn stands in now and watches strike one. Slice down the right side. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here at the top of the second. In the dirt. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. No runs. Now it'll be the Cubs DH.
I'm liking the power he's shown recently. 3 home runs over the last 5 games.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Half on his way to third. Into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Shunk in the 8th spot in today's lineup. He's usually a third baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. Yeah, that's fouled off.
A little bit of a day off for him. Instead of being at the hot corner, he can just kind of put the batting gloves on, hold the bat as he sits on the bench waiting for his time to hit.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Dylan Beavers in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. And a foul ball. Beavers with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies.
You know, Boog, at the start of my career, I got only 3 hits in my first month, but I kept at it, and I finished the year hitting 300. I know he's going through it a bit right now, but he's capable of figuring it out.
In time to Bush. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
2-0.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. That
Ball
one
3.
missing inside.
3-1.
And there's ball 4.
Take your base.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Two
Well,
ball.
usually a high
No
level of
strike.
confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation,
Throw is offline, and he scores. It's 5-1. So runner at second, 2 down. And now it's Alex Bregman.
Bears that allow a run to score are always tough to stomach, but man, it's extra frustrating when that runner comes all the way around from first base. Wasn't even in scoring position to start the play.
Runner at second, 2 down. Just missed.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error.
Now batting, number 13.
Ball 1 there.
1-0.
And a swing and a miss there.
One
Man,
ball.
that
One
was
strike.
pretty gross right there.
Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball. Laced down the line. This looks like extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's got his second double of the game.
He has had such a good day today. I don't think he's going to want to leave when it's over.
A couple of doubles today for the DH.
The first baseman, Les Lemon.
Foul ball.
You know, these Cards, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play. That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Next to hit, Ivan Herrera. That one's in there. That's strike 1. On the ground. And foul ball. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 down, base is empty. Now up for St. Louis, Pedro Pajes. Late on that fastball.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Suzuki pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is that. Redbirds. And we're back. We go to the top of the 5th, and here is Mason Wynn. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Hard hit down the line and left. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Around first, heading for 2. And 1 pitch into the inning, it's a leadoff double.
Waste no time there. It's always fun to see a double rip down the line. That one just barely stayed fair.
Inside.
So that was a good call by the umpire. He was all over it. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
There's a swing and a miss.
1-1.
And strike 2.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
Got him swinging.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, into double-digit strikeouts. He should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And though not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
Hard on the ground to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
1-1-1.
Up the middle, Swanson. Over to first. Out number 3. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Cubs 5 and the Cardinals 1. Runner at second here, 1 gone. And there's a foul ball. Man at second. Foul ball, still 0-2. And a pitch. That one off the mark, and that's ball one. Drilled out towards left center field. That's back. And that one is off the wall. Real Muto in to score. To second. Pulls him off the bag.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Anytime you can drive the ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up.
And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Brendan Donovan. That's a strike.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
And that's outside. To the right side, Torres. On to first. Out. Leadoff man retired in the sixth.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup got that hitter to roll over.
Line drive. Come on.
Man, he really turned on that one. Absolutely ripped it towards third, but quick cat-like reflexes down there at the hot corner to bring it down.
Clemens, the next to hit, takes ball one.
1 ball, no strikes.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
That missed by a lot. And a count 2-1. And that's outside.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Full count.
2 down, nobody on. And we're the top half of the sixth. That one ripped. Fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a double.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Ivan Herrera, the next to hit. Fastball for a strike. Ground ball up the middle. Tosses to first. Third out. So a 2-out double. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. There's a strike. And that's a strike. Fastball almost got him there.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Next offering misses. 2-2.
2-2.
And a good eye there.
Full count.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he's starting to look a little gassed to me, and we'll see if they go to the bullpen in this spot or not.
New pitcher for the Cardinals, Julian Merriweather.
His first test will be from the left side, and that's been a struggle for him this season. They've been seeing him pretty well and doing some damage against him.
Number 13 in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Out to short. Gets to it with a slide. Over to first. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Munson.
Number 13 was fantastic with the bat in this ball game and had a solid showing on the mound too.
Boogie was okay on the hill, but I'm really impressed by how he was hitting. He was a driving force for their offense in this one. Excellent game.
It's the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. One down. Now it's the rookie DH. A big game for him last night. He had 4 hits in that one. Center field. Scott makes the grab. 2 down. Still only 1 out here in the inning. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Here comes Real Muto around third. He'll score, and it's an RBI single. 3-2. They take the lead.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down.
1 out, base is empty. On the ground right side. And he takes it himself for the out. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is. And it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
The run. At first with 1 gone in the inning. And that is out of play. And that's downstairs and outside.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Sets him down on strikes. He's got to be frustrated with that call.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, you know, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
Number 13 did not have a banner showing in this one. Had a single and an RBI.
Maybe not his best showing, but they got
here at Wrigley Field. Bottom half of inning number 2. So up now for Chicago, number 13.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Canning back to work. Swinging a foul straight back. Canning, a former Gold Glove winner. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, a slurve, and he works in a 2-seamer. Clemens steps on first for the out. And now the right fielder, Dylan Beavers. Now a bunt towards third. Save!
Yep,
he beats the throw to first, and they take the lead.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Back here in Wrigley Field, bottom 4th. And now here is number 13.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot. You know, these Cubs doing a great job, Boog, of just...
Now this one is hammered way back there. On its way and gone. And we are tied. He shoots one out to right. And we are starting over. It's 4-4.
Wow, what a clutch swing right there. And now anything can happen in this game. They thought he could blow a high fastball by him, but he was ready for it. Look at how quickly he jumped on that pitch.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And up next for St. Louis, Dylan Beavers. And that's ripped for a base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score easily. Safe. And that's his third hit. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Well, he's so dialed in. I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see guys take in this situation.
Number 13 stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. 2 out, space is empty. Right side. And that is the third out of the inning. Cubs. Now batting Michael Ciani. Beavers on at second with 2 down. And there's a base hit to left. Headed for the plate. He'll score. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Trying for 2. Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Here's the third baseman. He's already homered here in this one. On the inside corner for a strike.
No ball.
Romero, 29 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2016. And that one is lifted in the air. Beavers hauls it in, 2 away. Number 13 played well, but couldn't lift the team to a win. Just 1 hit, but it did leave the yard.
No question that he delivered at the dish for him.
It's the Chicago Cubs and the Detroit Tigers. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Here's the rookie third baseman. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got one run in, you got to try to get another one or maybe two.
Next pitch misses way outside. Ground ball up the middle into the outfield, base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they take a 2-run lead.
Comes through with the RBI. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Number 13 now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Swings through that one.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
That's down and in.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
And there's a ball.
2-2.
2 out, space is empty. That one the other way. Green makes the catch, and that'll do it. Happening there for the Cubs. Score remains 2-2. Back here in Detroit, ready to go, bottom 4. Now it's the right fielder, Oswaldo Cabrera. That's the third, and that one handled. Tosses to first. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Now batting.
1 out, base is empty. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Popped up. Sweeney puts it away for the out. 2 away.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
On the ground to the left. And that chance handled. Throws across the diamond, and that is that. So a man at first. Here's the third baseman.
Nice, Rick.
That's a hit. And now first and second with 2 outs. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Number 13 with an okay game in the loss.
I think they expect him to make larger contributions.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second. Now it'll be the Cubs DH. Number 13. He's a major topic of conversation. The rare two-way player at the big league level. It's pretty early on in his major league career, but it's driving a lot of excitement around the game.
Yeah, Boog, hard to not get excited about a player with this much athleticism, this much talent. Just such a rare thing in baseball. And you know, just about every front office is watching him and dreaming of having their own guy like him in the organization.
0 balls, 1 strike.
And a foul ball. Flaherty was recently named pitcher of the month for some outstanding work on the mound. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball.
No question that he earned that Pitcher of the Month award, Boog. He was just dominant. String together enough of those, and you can expect some other hardware on the man.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. On to the fourth. So up now for Chicago, number 13. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that's a fair ball. Two outs, base is empty. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Meadows under it. And that is that. One hit in the inning, a solo homer. Top of the order. First and second, 2 outs. Now it's the DH, 1 for 3. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first. That ends the inning and stops. Number 13 had a rough go of it in this game.
Well, at least they got the win, Boog. That's got to be the only thing lifting his